We have a breaking news alert to tell you about and concerning a WSAZ investigation, false security. We've been telling you for weeks about this fire hydrants that fire officials say did not supply the needed water to put the flames out.
Yeah, it's a situation that left a business and a home destroyed most recently. So we've been asking the company responsible for those hydrants questions, but they will not give us any answers.
Well, tonight, West Virginia's Public Service Commission is ordering those answers from the company and all utilities that own or service hydrants statewide. News Channel 3's Curtis Johnson has the latest details in the investigation.
Fire destroying this Pizza Hut in Danville and this house in Charleston after firefighters say they were met by hydrants unable to produce enough water to put out the flames.
Have you made contact with the water company and figured out anything of why all these hydrants have no pressure?
And our WSAZ investigation into the problem, finding even more issues. This hydrant near a nursing home, producing so little water, the Boone County Commission, which owns the hydrant, saying they took it out of service after seeing our story. And Danville's fire chief says this hydrant, just 50 feet from this home, doesn't produce the water needed to save it in a fire. Our story prompting the governor to call for action.
This is ridiculous, Curtis. That's all there is to it. I am right dead with you. I mean, that's, there's no question whatsoever that the legislature, the Public Service Commission, ought to look into this and everything in any way, because you're dead on the money.
We told you Thursday about this senator calling for testimony as early as August. Do you believe an investigation is necessary?
Oh, yes. Yes, I think we need to. But I will tell you that I would be willing to try to work on legislation to get this done, because if there's nothing worse than going out in a car, it won't start. There's nothing worse than going to a fire hydrant when your house is on fire and you can't get water.
And less than 24 hours after that story aired, the State Public Service Commission demanding information from water utilities across the state. The order entered Friday, a general investigation into maintenance and testing of fire hydrants. State PSC Chairwoman Charlotte Lane unable to speak on camera, but releasing this statement. We are seeking information and will evaluate when we receive it, and then we will determine if further action is necessary. The order requiring all public utilities that own fire hydrants or serve private hydrants turn over information, including the utilities' number of total hydrants, hydrants on smaller water mains, new hydrants installed over the last decade, and hydrant inspection reports for the last 5 years. Some of the same information that we've been asking West Virginia American Water for since early May. Those questions during an interview with the company's president and multiple emails since. But a spokesperson refusing to answer questions, citing litigation. That lack of information coming from the largest water provider in the state, with nearly 600,000 customers. The company responsible for 11,000 hydrants statewide, including the hydrants fire officials say did not supply enough water at the Charleston house fire or the Danville Pizza Hut. Information lawmakers now want as well.
They tell me they won't provide that information to me. So how can that be? Where does this end?
Curtis, all due respect, I think there's a big difference when you're before a legislative committee and before a camera and the TV. We can hopefully get them
answers the PSC hopes to have by July 28th, less than 1 month. Curtis Johnson, WSAZ News Channel 3, Charleston.
So again, to recap, the PSC says they will force the water company, to come up with these answers. Among the dozens of questions the PSC is asking the utilities that own and service the hydrants, some focus on if they routinely conduct flow tests on these hydrants. PSC says if the hydrant does not produce minimal flow standards, it is not fulfilling its purpose. We will be staying on top of this and bringing you the very latest from the PSC investigation.